champions, pro wrestling's worst kept secret. Yes, Kenny Omega is back. And who's going to be the next 4 horsewomen of NXT? All this and more in the room where it happens. But first, JP, Salamat.
You already know, heels pop chest shots. HPC Too Sweet on IG and Twitter. Remember to follow us on Twitch, live on YouTube as well.
No nice things have happened. Did you hear that?
Wepa! We back, right?
Oh,
we
we
back?
back.
We doing a thing?
Pretty chubby flaco. Dímelo, mi gente.
You already know JP Savage in the building.
It's Mischief, you heard, and we got a lot going on this week.
There's a lot.
Man,
And it's Wepa Wednesday,
I feel like we
baby.
say that every week.
Wepa Wednesday.
Wepa
So,
Wednesday.
in honor of Wepa Wednesday, Wepa.
Put your cups up, baby.
Yes,
Here we
sir.
go.
Wepa.
Cheers,
Wepa,
cheers,
cheers.
So, what
Some
is
good
pro
coffee.
wrestling's best kept secret?
Well, the
Ooh.
worst kept secret, not best kept secret.
So, what's the best kept secret?
What, the fans?
The best kept secret is the main event for WrestleMania right now.
Ooh.
'Cause they ain't tell nobody yet.
Ooh.
But the worst is Kenny Omega is back this week on Dynamite. The man
Y regresó
himself,
el tigre.
the best bout machine, has
Yo.
returned. So you know we're
You know what?
excited, a lot of excited, right?
You know, y'all were excited about
JJ,
Kenny Omega, and I get
what
it.
up?
The curls. JJ in the building.
And yo, oh, is that a raid I see?
Go,
Oh,
baby. Go, baby. Go, Raiden. Yo, go, Raiden. Go, Raiden.
Mike the
yo.
ref, I appreciate the fucking ring, my
Mike the
guy. I
ref.
appreciate you
You already
pulling up.
know. Mike the ref in the building.
Mike the ref.
So, y'all excited for Kenny. I know the curly hair, you know, the jacket. What I was excited was to see Don Callis.
Oh,
Because if it wasn't for Don Callis, you wouldn't be excited to see Kenny Omega right now. Let's just be honest. In AEW, Don Callis has made Kenny Omega relevant. He is, as Misha said before, or it might have been Piece of F, or it might have been William. He's his Paul Heyman.
yes, yes.
He's the AEW's Paul Heyman.
the Heyman.
No,
to
actually, it's
his
Impact's
Roman
Paul Heyman, but you know.
Ah, ese
yeah,
tigre.
Impacts.
I mean, Vince did the same thing to Paul E.
it
Dangerously,
goes
right?
to show you the impact of Don
Appreciate you,
Callis
Mike.
when he can go from Impact
Ooh.
to AEW.
I see what you
And
did there.
hey, he didn't do shit tonight, but his presence alone, we know what he brings to the table.
Right.
And I am glad
Right.
that Don Callis didn't say anything, and I'm glad a lot wasn't said because the ring announcer had a lot to say. Justin Roberts read down the whole rundown. He wanted you to know who Kenny Omega was, and I think that was he let it speak for itself. And one of the problems with the Kenny Omega character in the past is that he talked too much. Yo, you talk too much, and it wasn't hitting. So say less. If you're gonna
Yes,
bring
my
back
guy.
the best bout machine, and what we've seen recently in wrestling is that people are bringing back their old personas, right? We saw Becky Lynch bring back the man. We're talking about Kevin Owens bringing back Prize Fighter.
Prize
And if
Fighter
we're gonna bring
Owens.
back the best bout machine,
But why is Alexa Bliss still holding that damn doll?
we bring it back. Oh shit!
Because the real question is, what does she do with that doll after hours?
Hey,
I heard
Gotta
it.
ask Ryan about that.
I heard that doll vibrates.
Beard.
Wow.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Wait a minute. So,
JJ likes to
The
dislike
mystique.
Callis.
The mystique of Callis.
yes, it makes
Mystique.
sense.
Renan in the house, appreciate you. Mike
Say
the
less. And you know what? Maybe by
Renan
taking a
with
back
it.
seat,
Hey, yo,
eventually he'll be able to excel like Brock has and how Roman Reigns has now, right? That's okay.
I love that you said those two because those two have very big checks.
yes.
Check it.
Oh,
Check it out. Check it out.
Big checks.
Big checks.
Mike-
Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. So them contracts are really nice and hefty.
But you
We'll
know,
talk about
nobody
the
got a
contract.
check like LeBron, baby. Congratulations
That's
to the
right.
highest
97.1
paid NBA
mil.
player in history. You know, Michael Jordan is mad at him. That's why he finally allowed NBA 2K to come out and put his name on it. Because he saw what LeBron was about to sign. And was like, I need this money.
I mean, the fact that Michael Jordan even did the Last Dance.
Right. Ese
Ese
Those
tigre.
cigars are
Ese-
getting expensive.
Ese tigre necesita los cuartos.
You know what I'm saying? Your little thing, Cuban mommy, I think that's his wife right now.
Hey, I ain't
Who?
mad at it. I ain't mad
Who's
at
his
it.
wife?
Oh, Mike, I ain't mad at Mike the
No,
ref
Cuban
either.
mommy.
The crowd shot when Roberts brought up North Carolina. It felt like they
Yes.
thought Jesus
Yes.
had arrived.
Wrestle
I-
Jesus.
Villain
That's what
did
Jesus-
have a bit of a
I was
an
hopping a
erection
bit.
going on.
I was hopping a bit.
What?
Yeah. So.
Wow, yeah.
So.
What is this, Skinamax?
Listen,
He got excited. North
he
Carolina.
sells tickets.
I saw. I heard Petey Pablo when I heard that.
Pablo.
North Carolina, Coliseum, the roll off.
Well, the
I was
truth
always
is,
mad.
Mr.
I was
like a
jealous of that
helicopter.
shit.
Yeah.
Mr. Kenny Omega might be due for an extension
Okay.
in his contract, but they're saying rumor has it. Where have you said
Rumor has it.
All right, Adele.
Is that a doubt?
Yeah, that is.
Some people may fear he
Don't
might
ask me
jump
how I
ship
know.
You
to
look like
the
a
E.
smack and full course meal right now.
Can Kenny jump ship to the E?
Like
Can y'all see that
TV
happening?
Under Triple H's
Under
regime.
Triple H's
You know. So my question is, if this happens, right? What you're saying, which is what eventually everybody wants to do, right?
Is it?
Is it gonna be a better run than what AJ Styles has had right now?
You talk about
Because AJ Styles came in late.
And he's still a Grand Slam champion.
He still is,
He's still putting on
but it's not
bangers.
his best work.
Is it not?
Yo, y'all really talk about Kenny Omega jumping ship?
I cannot fathom something like that
Yo, hold
happening.
on, bro.
Hey, Cody Rhodes did it.
That part.
Right. And isn't the E tempering? Isn't there some tempering
Temperation.
occurring? Allegedly.
I am not
Allegedly,
going to court
somebody
for that.
called somebody.
I'm
Somebody
not going
said
to court.
something. And somebody went to where? What?
I'm not going to court. I do bad in judge jury, putos.
Listen, that shit happens in the business world every day. Right? People snatch people from other places.
I slid into her DM one time.
Hey.
And he was safe.
Oh, man.
Slip and slide, take it to the
why we
house.
even
MIA,
Take it to the house.
Take it to the house.
305.
More contract talking this week, man.
I'm
because,
just happy no 205 for Ciampa.
Yeah. Mr. 205.
I'm glad that wasn't his trajectory.
Oh, no, hell
there's
no.
nobody's trajectory now. What's
Nah.
the-
Well,
Exactly.
Thank
Instead,
God.
we're talking about Ciampa getting a push.
And if
Last
not,
week,
if
24?
anything, Johnny would have been 205.
Right. Some would say $175.
Johnny mid.
You think it's going to be Ciampa's last push, though?
Ooh.
Why would it be his last? He just
I don't
got
know.
it.
I don't know. Rumors are flying and soaring about his potential. No nice things.
Se me cayó el laptop.
No nice things. That's expensive.
You are absolutely correct, Rihanna. Baby
Rihanna.
formula. Baby formula is expensive. And
Well,
diapers as well.
even
Wait,
more
what?
so, Brandy Rhodes. She was on NXT.
Yeah, she
NXT.
was.
She was at an NXT live show on Friday
Oh my.
doing her thing. So,
Oh my.
you know,
Performance Center,
Oh
right?
my.
I'll watch Brandy Rhodes
Oh
and
my.
Nikki Lyons.
Oh yes.
I watch
Nikki the
it.
Lions. Holla,
Yeah, you see how
holla.
your temperature changed real quick? Like
But-
that shit. Yo, y'all changed. Y'all went
The
real
whole
left.
shift.
Listen,
of the
we're from baby
conversation
formula
and
diapers
mood.
to oh baby, oh baby,
whoa.
yo.
You gotta book
Listen.
it right. If you book it right,
This is
then Brandy
Ciampa's.
Rhodes and Nikki Lyons, you'd be like, oh, you know,
Things-
I didn't know this is
Things
what
happen when you talk from Ciampa to Brandy. I just
Apparently, Ciampa's the catalyst to get some sex.
Yo,
on.
Ciampa the
Uh,
catalyst.
You see, and
It's
you
the
were mad
black
at his
heart.
Harley Race tribute. No, this is the
segues are
beginning.
terrible,
This is the beginning of his push. This is the beginning of his push. And the reason why it's the beginning because you're feeding him to the Miz first.
Okay.
Let the whole idea is to have the Miz put him over. At some point, he's gonna turn on him, right? And he's
Just
gonna get the
take that
baby
L.
face, Ciampa, right? That we all love.
Or are we getting a babyface Miz? Because Ciampa's best work is as a heel.
This is
Yo,
true.
honestly, like Miz has been that heel for a minute. If you're gonna do something different, that's what you do, right? Make him a baby face. Let him have a little run.
But I mean, listen, you
Bring
have
back his
Dolph
dad.
Ziggler getting
Bring
some
back his
W's.
dad, right?
Yeah.
Nah, keep his dad at home, bro.
Yeah, I think
There was
his
enough
dad's
of Miz and Mrs. for that.
Bring
Uh,
back Maurice.
Oh, for
Maurice for
always,
sure.
Every time.
We love
She's
that
back.
little.
She's back anytime.
We love that little eye
Every
candy.
time, every time.
about the
Parlez-vous français? Eh,
Se me paró también.
Yo,
Isn't that what he just said?
but-
that's not accurate. Translation.
Oh, my
That's
bad.
not what he said.
it's,
My
it's
bad.
French Canadian.
My Google, my Google Translate is broken. I'm sorry.
It's Saskatchewan. They fucking knew about that.
That was Culo Translate. That's what happened. Your Culo Translate brought you to the hard left.
What did you say again? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
Parlez-vous français?
Oh, a mí también.
Listen, we had a lot of fun today watching the AEW Dynamite, and Monday Night Raw was even very, very enjoyable.
Wrestling's fun.
Wrestling is fun.
Talk to me about a little bit about Tuesday, because I missed out on the majority of it, but
Bro.
they had an event.
So
on
Heat
Tuesday.
Wave.
So wrestling is fun, folks. Let's say it again. Wrestling is fun again.
Fun.
Everybody all together now.
1, 2, 3.
Fun.
Wrestling.
Fun you.
See, it was scripted.
Those nice things.
Yo, Monday Night Raw has been entertaining. Monday Night Raw has been entertaining for a couple weeks
Why are you
now.
the way you are?
NXT Heat Wave.
Heat Wave.
Yo, they went in.
Yo, Carmelo Hayes.
Yo, what
Stars.
shirt was that? I couldn't.
That was Vinci.
Giovanni.
Oh,
Giovanni
okay,
Vinci.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
When LeBron left Cleveland.
Right.
burn it
And
down.
Heat Wave was in Glasgow, right?
Who? Heat Wave?
It was in Europe, right?
No. It was in.
No, NXT UK was just.
They were present.
We're here visiting.
Oh, that's fair.
No, yeah.
It felt like it was in Europe.
No, Heat
'cause
Wave
people
was in
excited.
the performance center. Not that.
Right. Well,
But
wrestling
either
was
way.
very entertaining this week.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. Heat Wave.
Faded in the building.
You have a lot of
Yeah.
NXT being shown to the
Little
fullest
fucking-
right now. And I know one of the talent in particular you want to talk about is
Exactly.
Yo.
It's gonna be a long transition.
Progress is slow process.
Wait, who?
That's a 50
Yes,
cent.
Ciampa has been good with the Miz.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel
But-
that push coming for him.
But Heat Wave, one of the stars of Heat Wave for me was Santos Escobar.
Oh,
All right.
Santos
even
Escobar.
though he lost, JP.
Yeah, because honestly, one of the things, we out there in the Twitterverse, we're in the, in the world and IG realms, all that, multiverse of social media. Follow us, Heels Pops and Chair Shots, HBC Too Sweet, IG, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. Him and Tony been going on it for a minute, and it's been great
Good
to the
time,
point where like Tony absorbed the legado, and now they're branching off, right?
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yes, branching
And
off.
No.
now they're where they're at, and the entrance he had this week on Heatwave, bro, was money to the point that this conversation is about the main card happening very soon, coming to an arena near you.
He's been teasing a couple times, and
Well,
granted, I'm assuming Vince.
He
put
teased
stop to
it.
that.
He teased it last week at the Mania press conference.
Right. So we're
Right.
That
coming.
he was gonna be
Right.
at Mania 39
Escobar
himself.
fans, we coming. And look at JJ trying to play it off like she didn't watch Raw and see Ciampa
heard
teaming up
he
with-
was
I
teaming-
heard he was doing good. Yeah. You know JJ be watching Raw. You know JJ be watching.
Wow. still talking about the same
Wow.
On the USA.
Oh yeah, the USA Network. Bro.
You know what's another impressive thing about Heatwave since we're on the topic?
Am I showing?
Well, the women's matches.
Cora
all of them.
Jade and
Cora Jade,
Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Zoe
Never
Starks
been to
versus
that.
Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose.
Yo,
bro.
Zoe Starks.
Yo.
We're gonna talk about her.
Okay.
We're gonna
there's
get
a
there.
lot to talk about.
But
There's a lot
Lot
to
to talk about.
talk about.
But
because-
one thing I did see this week that I haven't seen before is I saw Braun Breaker has his best match thus
Okay.
far on TV.
Against
Damn, okay.
JD.
Listen, I haven't seen too much.
He had
of
his
Braun.
best match to date.
You haven't seen too much from
I
Against the
haven't- I
Ace?
haven't really watched too
What do
much.
you-
He
what
hasn't
more do you
drawn
want?
me,
McDonough.
I don't know. It's just something's not clicking with
Well,
this push for me. Yeah, I don't have any.
He faced a competitor.
He's not a needle mover for me.
Well, he moved somebody's needle. Come on.
Hey.
Cora's?
What are we
It
talking
was
about?
Vincent Kenny McMahon needle.
Whoa.
But
That's why he's not around.
yes, right, writing checks. But
$5 million
he had his
more
best
you're-
match to date with JD McDonough. And it took a UK wrestler to bring it out of him. Because, wow, it was impressive. All the way to the finish. always different. If you missed out on that, you're damn luck.
Listen, I hope nobody
So-
missed out on that. Just like I hope nobody missed out on wrestling this past week.
Whoa.
Wrestling was at its highest indie top.
I heard our very
show.
own Victor Villain was there.
We was out there. We was out there doing some things, but
I heard the game done
GCW
changed.
really was out there doing their fucking thing. We had matches galore. The AEW champion was on GCW
Dile.
defending against a flamboyant Effie, and it got crazy. It got crazy. I ain't gonna lie. It got crazy.
Jake Hudson.
Jake Hudson in the house. Jake Hudson in the house.
Hudson.
Thanks for the shout. I appreciate that. Listen, GCW home.
Wow.
Hey, that shit's in the mail. Talk to GP. Yo, PC, have you sent that tracking number yet? We got that. We gonna send that tracking number right away.
Every time you ask, it goes back. Again.
They send it back to like
The
a step backwards.
The damn pandemic.
The tracking number is whip what I
Yo,
Jake,
But-
promise we're on it, brother.
we
It's
on
coming.
it, Jake. We got
It's
you,
coming.
fam.
Sometimes our syllables are
But
with
like
the
I
wrong
was saying,
emphasis.
GCW Homecoming was a big success. Night
Right.
1, and especially night 2.
Yo,
one,
realistically, at this point, fall is coming. We gotta send my man Jake a hoodie.
we got him. We got him.
Yo. Yo, we got
Some
Jake.
overalls or something.
We're gonna hook you up with a hoodie, dog.
We got you, Jake, for sure. Listen, listen. Homecoming, GCW Homecoming was a great weekend. Night 1, John Moxley defends against Effie. Night 2,
Yo,
a
you got
familiar face, Matt Cardona
Ooh.
celebrates his wedding
Woo.
and renews his vows
Chelsea Green.
with Chelsea Green.
Socia.
Wow. How do you know?
Now,
Fresca.
Savage.
Matt Cardona cannot possibly stress enough the fun this man has had outside of WWE.
Yeah.
And the proof is in the pudding, baby. You watch anything that he's done in GCW, anything he's touched has been gold.
Okay.
Even if you hate him, because the
Okay.
more you hate him, the more gold it is, baby.
Hey,
let's
hey,
be
that's
honest.
fair.
Here. Let's be honest.
That's fair.
Yo, think
Now,
about
this
that,
raises
yo.
the question,
Hold
though.
on. Before you raise anything,
Hey.
right? Just look at what Matt Cardona did, right? He went from having like an internet show and a cardboard belt, right?
Was it
Wrestled
cardboard?
in a
Damn.
ring. Got himself a
WrestleMania champion.
moment.
Rope.
At the time, just that moment of being at
I
the
was
top
there
of the
live.
ladder with the Intercontinental title and like all that.
Shocker.
The shocker?
Never mind.
That's
and
why-
then, and then going out to like being nothing, right? Like they just stopped using his ass,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
he was frustrated. And then
Right,
he went out and
catering.
just had fun, bro. His whole indie run has been dope as hell. Just getting under people's skin, and
Because
he's
you know
so
what
good
it
at
is. But you know what it is.
A
too?
lot better than Chelsea Green, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
He is a lot better at getting the heat than Chelsea.
For
Green.
sure.
I'm just.
You can't be mad at Chelsea.
That's the thing.
Can't be mad
Chelsea
at
beat me down. No
Kick
matter.
it.
But the thing
Listen,
is, the thing
yo,
is though,
see, bro.
that you have to understand that he was essentially always an indie darling, right? By
Yeah.
doing what you said, having the internet show, having the paper belt, this is the reason why people loved him. He was one of the guys, right? He was one of us living out his dream. So he's
You're
always
real
gonna
to
be
me,
well liked.
damn it.
He was always gonna be well liked, and his father's mad cool, right?
And then he went to GCW and he
His
was like,
father was
"Screw
mad
you guys."
cool.
Right.
The fans didn't think so when they get the fuck your parent chance.
Right. But speaking of parents, there's something that has to be addressed.
Oh,
There's something that has to be addressed. Something that is embarrassing
what's the
to
elephant
the
in the room?
community as a whole.
Who's a hoe?
Whoa, communities, what?
We've been talking about this since the existence of this podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, use soap and water.
Creative. Oh,
We have some nasty fans, bro. This weekend just continues to hear stories about some disrespectful, nasty fans, bro. Sloppy, right?
Sloppy toppy.
I hear smelling
We
like
gotta
feta
do better.
cheese and
we
corn.
gotta do better. We gotta do better. Can you think Matt Cardona could do better with his contract status? You
Oh.
think he'll be back to work at WWE in Stanford now that Triple H is running the show?
To do what?
Great question. Because
I don't think.
I don't know what.
I
To
don't-
legitimize the United States Championship?
I don't think that he can do anything career-wise
Right.
in the WWE better than what he's done.
Right.
However, that check will come and he's gonna take it.
Yeah.
Because you'd be stupid not to. Always secure the bag.
man.
Always secure the bag. Don't be an idiot. Don't let your ego get in the way.
but
and
that-
that's
He
what
said
AJ Styles
he
did.
entertained a
Look,
conversation. He said he might not be sure though.
if the phenomenal AJ Styles at what a lot of people would say, like at his prime or like towards the tail end of his
Sting.
prime, he signed that contract and then he stayed in the WWE knowing that he's just been doing whatever, right? But that whatever has also put him in the ring or in a cinematic match with Undertaker. It's put him in a lot of like
Yo,
rivalries.
he's gonna
that-
have that on his resume for the rest of his
the
life.
rest of
Grand
his
Slam
life.
champion. Like you
So-
said,
No, and last match with Taker.
right?
So
right.
doing nothing in the WWE is still crazy good.
Agree.
As long as you're doing something in the
But
WWE.
the problem is with
You know what I mean? Like
I
you're
would
not
argue,
just stuck in catering.
I would argue Matt Cardona has to do more if he wants to get pushed in the way AJ Styles did. Matt Cardona has to become at least either an Impact champion or an AEW champion, and that's
Here-
hard.
Here's what
That's
worked.
far-fetched.
Here's
He
what
never
worked
got
for
some.
Cardona. He went rogue. He
I
did
think
the thing.
digital
He
change.
got collected in a massive amount of heat.
TJ
right?
in the building.
By assumption, you know that worked. So he would have to come back and get heat in WWE in a sense, right? To keep this character going at least.
But
right?
in order to get an AJ Styles push, that you're talking about close to main event.
I can't see him doing anything to piss people off the way he pissed people off at GCW over in WWE.
Well, that maybe in WWEPG, but we're in WWEPG 14.
I'll tell you
Even
what.
worse.
Just remember, if Matt Cardona wants to come and still do something fun and do something in the WWE and something that makes sense and I think will work, I think tagging with The Miz.
Or Baron Corbin.
Nah.
Yeah.
Like I got
You-
you, bro.
you-
That hate
all
right
over.
there is all he
Diarrhea.
needs.
No, because
You
I
just Vinced
don't
it.
see.
You just
Right.
Vinced it. And we don't know which Vince, Russo or McMahon. But one
Nah,
of the
it wasn't.
Vince. Shoot.
Nah, but him and the Miz, because of that relationship they have with the crowd,
Right.
I think would work very
Yeah,
well.
and if they're friends, you know what I mean? And you know, every time that you're partnering up with friends, it works. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be nice.
Shout out to the Miz being out there GCW this weekend, as was one Seth freaking Rollins.
That's wild, yo. Wild. The Miz was there?
Take a peek. Miz was there in the area.
Nice.
He came out in the store.
No, but they
Rosemary's?
so they were
I don't
there
think
because
Maurice-
there was a live event in Jersey. I think that's why they were around.
the
It was a live
AC, I
Okay.
think.
Seth,
Eddie in the building.
Miz, they
Well,
were
Seth
there.
was in AC.
The
So
live
that picture
show.
that took was the actual entrance for GCW Homecoming.
Nice.
The part where Miz showed up was actually a story that I think Maven had posted.
No. It was Matt Cardona and Maven,
Yeah, Matt Cardona had posted with Maven.
and Miz
Hey,
walked
And
by.
Miz walked right past it.
Jake!
So
my
Eddie the
man.
fucking house.
All right.
Talk to him, Jake. Talk
All
to
Yo.
right,
him.
Jake.
Eddie in the building.
Speaking of Seth freaking Rollins,
Eddie, you know.
Jake, how many
he's been
Kool-Aids
on
have you
the,
had?
He's been on the news this week. He's changed his wrestling style, guys.
He did.
Ever
Word.
since the baby was born, little daughter. You know,
Of course.
he had to change his style. Talk
The-
to me
the
about
drip
that, guy.
god?
What's he? Is that make sense here?
I mean, he just
is he
made.
taking from us right now?
No, I think he's smarter.
Me
Yo,
too.
I haven't seen much different or anything drastic that he's changed.
I think
still
he's just
doing
working
a
smarter.
lot of the similar moves.
I
but
think he's just working smarter. I think he's taking an approach that Randy Orton took, right? Where they advised him for many years,
You good, Mischief?
stop exposing yourself
You good, bro?
to a certain
Te
point.
cagaste.
You know what I'm saying?
Make a-
and he's just working smarter.
yeah,
And Becky is too.
they
Becky
have
is too.
to, right?
If anything, I think that's what speaks to Becky kind of
Yo.
being so flamboyant, having all these dresses and these different ensembles to kind of just make it more of a spectacle and have to do less. But he's still putting on match after match after match. The quality of the match is not suffered. And he's, oh no.
That's the thing.
That's good.
Good for
it
you,
just
Jake.
made him
Good for
smart.
you, man.
It just made him smarter. Like he's just being more present-minded about the next step he's taking in the ring, and I think that makes a lot of sense. Like he's not. Listen, I haven't noticed any difference really.
Yeah, I
Right?
haven't known that. So,
No.
So then, good on you.
so you know what I say to that? Who gives a shit?
All right. All
Oh.
right.
Quote unquote.
Right.
Because that is what I heard. Or at least The Rock.
Yes, that's
Yeah, The Rock himself, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, that guy.
He claims that was quoted by Seth
President of the United
Rollins
States.
the moment that the Shield powerbombed The Rock way back years ago in that whole, I don't remember who was fighting, but he powerbombed The Rock in the dark and they made blood. I think he popped a blood vessel and made him cough up blood is how hard they slammed The Rock. This is his story, his words, The Rock's words. And quote, Seth Rollins, after Roman Reigns goes, yo, Uso, you okay? Seth goes, who gives a shit? He fucking walks off. Verbatim.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that,
Verbatim.
Jake.
Words from The Rock.
R.I.P. Prayers.
So I say that to say this. We wanted to see The Rock and Roman Reigns. I think I want to see Seth Rollins and The Rock now.
At Mania?
At Mania. Hell yeah.
I mean, listen.
Fuck yeah.
If there is an opponent for The Rock to go up against, that's not going to be Roman Reigns.
Then who is
Next
it?
week's going to be a whole new
Who better than Seth? Think about it. Who was the first person? Who did they feed Cody Rhodes to 7 million times upon returning to the E?
Seth.
He said it. He said it. He's the gateway, right?
Hey.
He's a what?
No,
He's the gateway of the WWE of professional wrestling.
Wow, he's a swinging door.
Yo,
All right.
he's the. Yo, what?
Wait,
It's-
what?
He's
You
the
gotta
puppet
go
door.
through him.
Wow.
That's what you gotta do, and that's what he did for Cody,
And that's fair.
Fair.
And you know what? I will not be upset at that. I just, the angle, the reason why I won't be upset, because I think the angle that they would have to take would be pretty interesting. Especially with the comedic Seth Rollins we have now. Right?
Yeah.
So, I'd give it a chance. But could they do better?
You think?
I don't listen. If The Rock comes back and he doesn't, if The Rock comes back and he doesn't face Roman Reigns, bro, like,
Right.
are you
Right.
freaking kidding me? You know what are we talking
Yeah,
about?
why did we do this push? For the
Take
Roman-
all out hype show.
I'm saying? It's hype out here.
For sure, we gonna get you that for sure.
Yo.
You said if The Rock comes back,
Yo, if he doesn't face Roman, then what are we talking about? Like,
It's
are
what
you
they've been
serious?
setting up for years at this point,
Yeah,
right?
if-
This has been in years in the making.
the return we've all wanted, right?
Right,
Wrong. That's not the return.
Oh,
we
it's
all
not?
wanted. The
It's not?
return we all wanted.
It's
Let's be
Sasha?
honest here.
Sasha.
It's
Bray
gonna
freaking
happen.
Wyatt.
It's gonna. What if it happens at Royal Rumble next year? At number
Fiend?
30.
All right.
The Fiend returning at the Royal Rumble.
At number 30.
Number
not that far
30. That's
away.
a long ways away, man. It's January.
Bro, we're talking about 4 months.
It's shorter.
We're
It's
still
short-
in
it's-
September.
It's
4
shorter.
months, bro.
We're in August. Mofo.
For a
August.
few more weeks. It's kind of done.
Estúpida.
Let's finish the summer. All right. But it's closer than Mania.
It is.
It's closer than Mania.
Yo,
Damn.
TJ,
Yo, and
TJ
yo,
loves talking about
somebody
raisins,
tell that to
bro.
Karrion
Why
Kross,
is TJ
yo.
bringing up raisins in the chat?
Yo, the
Yo,
raisin.
yo,
Mexican
TJ, have you ever seen,
potato salad, bro.
Raisin empanadas, bro?
Oh my
Raisin
god.
pantalitos.
Yo, Renan said the older you get, the shorter it gets.
Oh,
Yo, I'm sorry to hear that.
Wow.
The raisin?
You alright?
That's the
Yeah, what are you talking about?
How old are you, my
Yo,
guy?
Ric Flair mad as hell.
Ric Flair.
That shit ain't the longest ride no more.
That's
It was a longer woo back in the day. Now it's little woo.
Little
The little engine that woo. The little engine that woo.
The little engine that.
Oh my god.
What are you talking about, bro?
All I know is don't give Raydell Ortiz any raisins.
Oh hell no.
Uh,
Stop.
Say expletives.
now Bray comes back. If Bray comes back. If Bray comes back. What does he come back as? Is he gonna be Husky Harris?
Como un hombre.
Is he gonna be the leader of men?
Yo, I have a theory.
Is he gonna?
I have a
gonna
theory.
Be the Mr.
Oh,
Rogers?
nobody
I have a
wants it.
theory, damn it.
Nobody wants them.
Oh.
I have a theory. You ready for this?
Talk to me.
What if Dexter Loomis is one of Bray Wyatt's disciples?
That's why he got arrested and shit.
And what if Dexter Loomis is in the new Wyatt family?
Ooh.
You think this would be a new Wyatt family?
It could be.
You think
Why
he's gonna
not?
Be back by himself and shit.
I
Like,
mean,
No, I mean,
some would argue the best work he's done is when he's led a
Alright,
faction, right?
you know,
okay.
that's a good
Okay.
point because look at what we're getting right now. And I mentioned this earlier, right? We're getting the man again. We're playing the greatest hits here.
Yeah,
Right?
yes. Yes,
or,
we
or
are.
maybe we're doing like a redo on certain things, right? We brought back Karrion Kross and
100%
the original.
back to the basics.
Back to
Right.
well, not well, yeah, sure, back to the basics, but back to
Okay,
characters
genuine.
that the crowd was behind, right? We went back to the regular Karrion Kross. We went back to the prize fighter. We went back to the man, right? Those were all crowd favorites.
Right.
Now, TJ, you're saying bring back the Fiend. Some people saying bring back Bray Wyatt in whatever capacity.
Right, right.
Bring or debut Wyndham.
But we had
Nah,
the
I don't want
Fiend.
Wyndham.
No?
We had the Fiend with the title, and it wasn't what we wanted. It wasn't what we deserved.
Yo, but that's where I think Triple H comes in,
Right,
right? And he's like, all right, when we redo this, we're running it back, but we're gonna run it back. You know what I mean? The right way, the way that it should have been.
But was the Fiend too much of a gimmick for it to work with the belt? Right? This is what I'm saying. His best work potentially was as Bray Wyatt.
That's who fights Roman Reigns if they don't fight The Rock.
Bray
Fiend.
Wyatt or the Fiend?
Because the Roman Reigns was the one who took out the Fiend.
Right. Burned him alive or something.
Didn't Roman Reigns make a comment to Bray Wyatt backstage?
This is my I don't know. In the ring when he took him out, he's like, "This is my yard now. This is my shit."
No,
Same-
but didn't he
my
make
show.
a comment like in the back saying like you're not gonna take my time away from me, or like I'm the top dog here?
Yeah, something
Because
like
at
that
one
was what I
point Bray
remember.
thought that he was on top,
Yeah.
and Roman made a comment about that, and that's what was circulating in the rumors.
So time has ticked. I think a good portion, and I think he can be the one to.
But now,
dethrone
but
Mr.
now,
Reigns.
what's this tie with Karrion Kross talking
I
about
think
Bray
it's just
Wyatt?
a bromance behind the scenes that maybe he just keeps teasing. And he really wants this match, and why wouldn't he, right?
Because didn't Karrion Kross say that potentially he could be fighting Bray
Yeah, he
Wyatt
keeps
at Mania
teasing.
next
He-
year?
It's him that's bringing him up.
And what if?
and why not, right?
I think
And
in
what
some ways
if-
Karrion Kross fancies himself of
And-
Bray Wyatt. I
and
think
what
he thinks of
if-
himself like that.
And what if,
Oh, okay.
ladies and gentlemen, what if
You know what I'm saying?
Scarlett Bordeaux was Sister Abigail all along?
Cameraman.
Oh shit! Okay.
Cameraman.
What if she was Sister Abigail, Karrion Kross, Dexter Loomis, Bray Wyatt?
There you go.
Why
And that's
not?
a nice little faction.
The new
Why
Wyatt
not?
family.
We just spitting it off the dome right now, but hey, it
Yo,
could happen.
what happened with Homeboy from NXT that looked like Bray Wyatt? What's his name? With oh my God, I forgot his name.
Oh no! He's talking
No.
about Joe Gacy.
Oh, Joe Gacy.
Where has Joe Gacy been? You can put Joe Gacy and Bray Wyatt together.
Nah,
That'd be a little bit of a.
I think Bray Wyatt by himself, man. I mean, unless he's like you said, he's leading a faction.
but I mean that's the point.
But
That's the point.
But why not? The Undertaker had the Ministry.
Right.
that's true. That's true. That's true.
I'm just saying, maybe the Fiend was too much of a gimmick for it to work with the title.
I kind of get those vibes too.
I
And I always
think
said that
him
when he
at
won
the
it, too.
lead
I
of
was
a
like, I don't
faction
know.
was more polarizing figure.
I think that where they messed up was with the Firefly Funhouse, and I know
Right.
I know that
right.
people
Okay.
like that, and I like
right,
it,
right.
right? But if we get serious Bray Wyatt,
Right.
the leader of the cult,
Right,
right,
right.
and we blend him directly with the Fiend, cut out that happy-go-lucky BS, right? I think you're gonna get a better story, a story closer to what Windham would have wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
I think that's where you go. I think you make it horror. And if
Okay.
you're gonna go horror, I
Ooh.
think that's where Karrion Kross and Dexter Loomis do come in.
Ooh,
Okay.
yes, Dexter
Yes.
Loomis for
Right,
sure.
right.
Now, like
yeah.
if you're gonna do the funky, like, and again, I liked it. I think there
It
was
was
a time
dark.
and a
It
place
was
for
dark.
it, and the
Yeah,
the
because remember,
moments
at the end
that
of the
we
day,
got-
funny doesn't make money.
Right.
Funny
it
don't
does.
make money.
But it does, like, yeah, yes,
And
Unless
so-
you're Kevin Hart.
Unless you're making funny money.
but with like the whole thing with John Cena and the NWO, like yo,
That was dope.
that gave us moments
Yeah.
where we see,
But
and I
for-
think
That
there's
was
a time and a place
nostalgia.
for that.
But that's why I said the Fiend didn't work for the title, because you lost the mouthpiece. He didn't talk as the Fiend. He talked to the Firefly Funkhouse, right? That's the only way he was able to talk.
Right.
So if you're bringing back the Fiend gotta have a voice, because that's one of the things that he did very well. He was a great talker, bro. He can tell you a story.
Unless somebody talks for him.
Ask JoJo the type of stories that he tells.
I.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I want to hear Bray Wyatt talk. The man is a magician. He's a wordsmith. He's a man amongst men.
I heard Netflix and chill.
Hey,
Hey, yo.
listen.
I like where the
Luego
energy's
lindo.
at, Jake Hudson. Stay
His-
tuned, maybe stay
Bray
tuned.
Wyatt is a guy that comes from the horror family. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's got a lot of Rob Zombie in him. And I think
Right.
that if given the
Yeah,
chance,
that's a great analogy.
Right?
A lot of Rob
I
Zombie.
think that if given the chance,
True,
like that's
it's
what we're gonna look at the mask. Just look at the mask.
Yeah.
Right.
We got
Yeah.
Slipknot in that mask.
Yeah,
that
hell
was
yeah. Hell
Rob
yeah.
Zombie's,
Hell yeah.
Mike Myers, like mask.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right,
we
right.
got that grime, and I think that he had to put a lot of makeup on ideas that he had just so he could get them through.
Of course, of course.
So if Triple H is a smart man, and I think he is, I think he's got to recognize that there needs to be a character like The Undertaker when The Undertaker was taken a little bit more seriously and when
Right.
he was like a
Right.
character to be reckoned with and he was scary
Uh-huh.
and whatever. We need some of that. And today that needs to be gory and it needs to be grimy and it needs to be Bray Wyatt. I think it needs to be Bray
And you
Wyatt.
know who could come in to make that work, though?
Nick Gage. Nah.
Nah.
it's
What?
Wow, wow. horror stories. But
Not
Sam
like real
Raimi,
life horror story.
he was one that helped
Who?
out with the Alexa Bliss. The whole remember the whole situation
Who'd
when she
you
was
say?
bleeding. I said Sam Raimi, but it ain't Sam Raimi.
Raby?
I forgot. He's the developer. He's the designer.
Who's the
Oh,
For
guy?
the gory stuff.
Who's the
Okay.
guy that made Bray Wyatt's mask? He's been in a couple of gory movies.
Yeah.
Really?
He's a
Oh
a
my
Hollywood
goodness.
mask
Forgot his
making.
name now, man.
Look him up.
He's
Look
in
him
all
up.
The
Yeah,
point
yeah.
is, yo,
Let's get
give
that,
them the
let's get that.
opportunity to do the things that they're good at, right? That's one thing that AEW does. All right, AEW gives the talent the freedom to kind of do the things that they think. Tom Savini.
There we go. Tom Savini.
Tom
That's
Savini.
what he
You
is.
see,
Thank you, brother.
you the man. So
Wow.
I'm gonna do 20 pushes for that tonight because that was terrible.
Ooh,
I should know that
naked.
name.
Naked.
All the movies
No
this man's been
pants.
part of that I love, from Dusk Till Dawn,
all those
Day of the
B-level-
Dead.
Salma Hayek was
Yes,
Salma
she
Hayek.
was. Sexy.
Some of my height.
But yo, what?
What were we talking about? I don't know. Salma Hayek.
Yo.
Some-
Yeah, you said Salma Hayek and
And then the shit
and
froze.
JJ said Masha Slamovich versus Jordan Grace for the Knockouts title. You
Oh.
want to talk about scary? That's scary.
That's
That
scary
is
as hell.
Nuts. That is nucking futz.
I gotta watch tomorrow. for
Masha,
sure.
Masha
the
has
problem?
like
Masha was
on the
killing it
regs
this
for
weekend
me.
too. in
Knock if you
ECW.
buck.
She did her thing. I think it's more like Network though. USA Network.
Yo,
Okay.
Eddie, yeah, it might be the USA Network and it might not. And I think that, and I know that sounds like a BS answer, but the fact of the matter is that if WWE is good at selling the concept, I think the concept will get passed because USA just wants ratings.
Of
Yeah,
course.
at
That's
this
why they
point,
made.
you know, I don't think USA is the same as TBS and TNT. When it comes to wrestling, at least.
I
Well,
think
because
All Out should be
I
the
think they
show.
can slide on USA Network. Like TBS, they'll probably be more bitchy and.
I don't know. I don't think that. I think USA will probably want the standards, like, you know, because WWE has just been the flag bearer for such a long time. But if it's gonna be TV 14 and all that, I think that they'll be able to do everything USA. Like USA is gonna be on board if Triple H sells it right,
Right.
and I think he can.
Right.
Listen, he's the same guy that was with Shawn Michaels and New Age Outlaws in China, and they was
Right.
ripping crazy
And remember, if you
promos.
remember,
yes, yes.
all of those
Week
things
after week.
happen after 10 o'clock.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, it was
All the
definitely a
risque
difference in time as
segments
well.
can happen in that
What kind of
10 o'clock hour because the kids should be asleep.
So, and I think USA will jump on with that. They'll jump on with that.
For sure.
Okay.
Ratings.
Right.
It all comes down to ratings. Why was Howard Stern the most listened to radio station, this jockey in New York and the nation, in the world?
Why?
Because
Ratings.
Oh,
They
I
kicked
thought
them
it
out of
was-
every radio station. But ratings. That's business. That's money. That's all it comes down to.
that's called getting old.
Wasn't
right?
it all sex talk?
Pretty much. It was great.
Majority, right?
Majority, yeah.
Yeah, him and Iron Sheik coming on.
Right.
Talk about making people humble.
Right.
Humble him. I humble
Shout
him.
out to Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. was on there. Beetlejuice, aka Jonathan Gresham.
So,
Listen. Shout outs to the them boys that came.
so like Beetlejuice, apparently if you say WWE's name enough, they'll come a knocking.
Oh.
Okay.
Ah.
And
Unless
there's some.
unless it's tampering.
Ooh.
You said Tampa?
See,
You wear those?
tampering.
Temporary.
Oh, for nosebleeds.
Hey,
Talk to me, JP. Elaborate. elaborate.
I
a
heard you
minute.
bleed from your.
Allegedly, supposedly, probably,
Maybe.
who knowsly,
I think so.
the WWE's been reaching out to contracted AEW talent.
You said reach
Talking about joining the company
Did they
and
touch it
whose
when they reached out?
company. Wow. I mean, you're seeing a lot of talent being re-signed, right? Who y'all think they reached
Yo,
out to?
hold on. Before we talk about who, I just
Remember.
want to point out, all right, the only reason this came
Who is it, him?
out
It's him?
was because it was that
Who's
guy
it,
right
the-
there. That guy right there.
behind him.
No, look, the only
The guy
reason
that's
this
recording?
came out is because the dude said he went up to AEW management because the higher ups deserve to know.
What the?
What? Like, yo, you really dead ass gonna be like, hey, WWE reached out to me. I thought you should know. My ex-girlfriend was hitting me up. I know you weren't checking my cellular, nothing, but my ex-girlfriend hit me up, and I just wanted you to know so you didn't beat my ass.
I know
Like,
you
what
wasn't
did you think?
sneaking into my cell
Well,
phone. I just figured I'd tell you.
sounds
Tell
like-
you, like, what you mean? Like, what are you doing?
What a herb.
So if I'm Triple H, I'm like, all right, this person is never coming back. Why would you say that?
Right.
You just messed with your bag. Oh, it's tampering. No, stupid. It's your pocket.
Yeah.
Because when AEW, look what they did. And I have, there's a big difference in what Vince McMahon has done with his budget cuts and his money.
Well,
And what Tony Khan has done with AEW. And I think what Tony Khan has done is very interesting. Is sign people
It
and
ain't
let the
that
contract
big,
run out.
bro.
And sign people and let people run out. And I think that's a great way to circulate talent. And that's how you maximize the undercard.
I think I might know
Right?
who it might be.
know who.
For someone to get contacted by the WWE and then shout them out like that, what did you just do?
Damn, Downhouse. I mean, what did you just do, whoever it was?
Ready?
Not
Who was it?
Oh, wow. I was like, what?
Alright,
Can you
so-
imagine Downhouse?
MJF.
All right. I'm gonna spit.
Allegedly.
I'm gonna spit out a name.
Oh.
Who? Yeah, let's snitch on the snitch.
It's somebody that's not happy right now in their current position in
It is-
AEW.
I knew it, Miro.
It's
I
Miro.
knew it.
It could be
Oh,
Miro.
I knew it.
No. It could be.
It could be.
It could be Miro.
I don't
Could be.
see Miro as the person that would go and ride on himself.
But yo, NFTs, man. The thing about NFTs is that they're worth a lot of money. It makes you do silly things. Makes you do some silly things. Miro sounds like it might be it.
I don't know.
Like, I mean, it ain't MJF.
Yeah,
Nah.
Nah,
Right.
they still haven't gotten clarification, and they made a report, and I don't know who said it or not, but it's just it's true. At the beginning, we still think it's a work with MJF, but them holding out this long without mentioning his name is kind of raising a flag. Like, maybe there is some kind of thing, but I just don't. Depending, maybe give it a few more weeks, maybe. But I just find it hard to believe one of your top talents and top merch sales. You're not mentioning him on TV anymore, and you're not,
Bro.
You know, not
Because
that
you know who it might be?
Publicity.
I mean, he wasn't one of their top merch sellers.
No, but he's still MJF. It's
But
like-
it's one of your top.
Everybody's
It's
He was
one of
the
your.
pillars.
It's
He was
one of
one
your
of the
4
pillars.
pillars.
Yeah.
It's 4 pillars.
So, like, you know.
So
how
I'ma
do you
throw out
ignore
another
that?
name.
How do you just ignore that? That's
Alright.
bad for business, no?
bad for business indeed. But I'm gonna give you
Before-
another name.
Before we go on to another name, then MJF though, what did we just say about them cycling talent? This is another way to
Let
cycle
him
talent.
run out the contract.
Letting him run out the contract, or just keeping him off TV. What else was there for him to do when he got off TV? Let's not forget.
Right.
That. He had just come off his rivalry. He had
Beat
just
Punk.
taken an L. No, didn't he just lose?
He lost to Punk? I don't remember anymore.
Who did he lose to?
Who?
It was Punk. He didn't.
No,
he-
no. He lost to Captain Sean Dean.
Right. It was like a nothing feud.
Yeah.
Wasn't it also Wardlow?
Wardlow. Thank you.
Wardlow.
Wardlow. So he lost from the big feud to Wardlow, and that's it. Like, there was really nowhere for him to go with that. But he started, like, he changed the conversation. He pivoted mad hard to that whole WWE thing, and Tony Khan gave me a contract. Now he's out.
True.
And what are we talking about now? Him? Oh, is he here? Is he not? He just became part of the conversation by just being smart about the way he was gonna finish a feud and kind of disappear. He probably was gonna disappear anyway.
Right.
That's how
There's
you do it.
possibility there. I'm gonna give you a name though.
Yeah, give me a name.
I'm gonna give you a name,
Brian Cage.
and I'm gonna explain why the name. How about Britt Baker?
Ooh.
No.
Nah.
Hear me out. The reason why I
She's a
say
pillar.
it,
She's a pillar.
Okay. Of the snitch.
yes.
That's what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Yeah.
The reason why I say it, clearly she's in a comfortable position in AEW. She's seeing right now, which is going to be a conversation, a lackluster heavyweight champion run right now, right? One thing we know about Triple H is he lets the talent show their expertise. This is what we're seeing on Raw. This is why people are now talking about Drew McIntyre being the face of the new era.
Right.
I don't know where that came from.
That's kinda
Off
why
of
I
one
kinda
line,
disagree with
like
what-
hold on to your horses, grab onto your jock straps. Like this is a lot, but it was a very good promo. But I don't know about the face. That's a whole nother conversation. But Triple H has done very well in NXT when it comes to the women.
Yep.
The way he's booked the women, the 4 horsewomen, are where they are today because of the way they were booked in NXT. Fight me
Facts.
if you don't believe that. Those are nothing but facts.
Okay.
So Britt Baker would be one of those people that could bring into the scene in WWE. Look at what she did at AEW. People were like, Britt Baker who? To DMD.
DMD. That's right. I
Right?
remember her first
You
shot
gotta
out was
recognize
not-
real.
Real man wear skirts, Eddie.
But my question for you, and this should be the bump.
Let's get right into it.
And
Take
he
me there,
likes
JP.
Drew's sword.
Take me right there.
Right now in NXT, who's the new 4 horsewomen?
You say
Heat
that
wave.
I to be honest, I couldn't tell you 4 of the top talent right now for the women's division.
I
in
got
NXT.
you.
Really?
I
I
got
couldn't
you.
right
I
now.
got you.
But
yeah, talk.
I got you.
I'm assuming you mean not necessarily to replace the next 4 horsewomen, but at least the top women that
current-
will be the future
I
in,
got
the,
you.
in the roster,
Current
right?
got
pillars,
you.
you're gonna tell us
The current
pillars
pillars,
2.0?
yes.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. Talk to
JP,
me.
Lions,
start it up.
Nikki Lions.
JP,
Alright,
start it
So
up.
so right now,
The cameraman.
you have to consider the talent you saw on the card this weekend. I mean, I'm sorry, yesterday. Jesus. And one name they have to put out there for sure. I'm gonna say Cora Jade.
Ooh, okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
Watching Cora Jade,
She
Watching-
just recently turned heel, right?
yes, just recently turned heel. Watching Cora Jade with another pillar, if I may,
Roxanne.
Roxanne Perez, New Texas Pro
Roxanne.
Finest, ROH Women's Champion, right?
Yes.
Watching them fight each other brought me flashbacks of Becky versus Bayley.
Yes. Yeah.
Becky versus Bayley.
Yes.
That's what I saw yesterday.
Or Sasha and Bailey.
Sasha and Bayley.
Sasha and Bailey.
Roxanne's Bayley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all
of course.
taking me back to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Right? This is what I'm talking
Yes.
about. This is the type of potential.
Those
but
are
there's
the
some
vibes.
other names that could also fit in that conversation.
You
Who else?
have Zoe Starks. That,
Zoe Starks.
that just challenged Mandy
Mandy
Rose
Rose.
last night.
Now, with Mandy, I can't consider Mandy Rose part of the conversation.
No.
Because she's a main event talent
She
that
came
came
back
down.
down, yeah.
And yo, it's been a fantastic move. It's been great. But I can't consider her a part of the 4 horsewomen.
Nah.
But you know who I can?
Who?
Somebody that has still not gotten their full diligence, their full shine. Someone that's going to be in the same trajectory, potentially,
Talk.
as
Talk to me.
Montez Ford.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm talking about Gigi Dolan.
Okay.
Okay.
Gigi Dolan
Okay.
in Toxic Attraction, the best thing in Toxic Attraction, and forgive me, this might sound blasphemous for some of you, you know what I'm saying? But as I drink the holy water,
That's what I
Gigi
want.
Dolan is the real talent in that trifecta.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I see that.
Mark my words.
I see that.
So that is arguably another
She got the
pillar.
assets for that.
Oh.
100%. 100%.
Tampon gimmick Priscilla Kelly going to Gigi Dolan.
I can't-
Honestly, she's got so much that we haven't seen because
Right.
she's just been. And
I
I,
have
don't want
one
to say
more name.
buried because she's, I think, featured in Toxic Attraction. She gets her spots, she
She
gets her
does.
moments,
But
and
she
yeah,
stands out.
she
has
stands
presence.
out.
It's not the orange
but
hair.
because she's
It's not the
present.
orange hair, no.
Just presence.
right.
Look, even what she does with the belts. Like, you know what I mean? The road, like, she knows what she's doing, man. She was in my Big Fat Greek 16 Greek wedding, whatever
What?
shows, reality shows, yeah.
Yeah, I think you just combined like.
She was in Sábado Gigante, damn it. She was in Sábado Gigante.
A little bit, Jake, a little
Yes,
bit.
sir. Yes, sir. We almost there. We almost
We're
there.
almost
but,
there.
But
But there's one name missing out of this conversation.
Listen, I don't know if you guys are gonna agree with this name or not, but I'm gonna say Indy Hartwell.
Whoa.
I'll take Indy over Zoe
Indy
Stark.
Hartwell
I can't
is
get behind
a
Zoe
star.
that
She is a star, and look at what she's done in some short little time.
And she got a note recently, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
She got a little note from her boot thing.
Index.
Oh yeah, Index back in action soon.
But then who did she get a visit from?
Wait, didn't they make him die?
Homegirl, Bea Presley, right?
But
Oh,
I
the
think
NXT
Indy
UK
Hartwell.
invasion.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Indy Hartwell though is like that fifth main. Indy Hartwell is like Alexa Bliss to the.
She's
Four
an
Horsewomen,
honored mention.
right? Honorable mention. She's like the
Honorable
Alexa
mention?
Bliss.
Okay.
I think the last name you have to put in that conversation is the name that has had the internet buzzing since the moment the debut occurred. I'm talking about Wild's finest. I'm talking about the mommy that had Drake saying hello.
the Lioness.
All right.
The Lioness.
The lioness herself.
Oh.
Nikita Lion.
Ay,
Nikita
Dios
Lion.
mío.
Never heard of her.
Let him know. What
Yeah,
about
bro,
her
she's a
assets
pillar.
makes her,
No, she's a pillar, bro. Like it's like from the moment you laid eyes on her, anybody has at this point. And the fact that you see her in the ring, it's a wrap.
And SmackDown is gonna
But-
SmackDown is gonna get a glimpse of her
Very
this
creative,
Friday.
Very creative.
But there's a couple of talents that could change our mind within the year's time.
we just gotta keep staying tuned to NXT, man.
Because the NXT, the WWE Performance Center, they just signed a NBA college
Yes.
basketball player.
They sure did. They made a lot
I
of noise.
forgot her name.
Recently, with those
But
signings,
also
by the way.
Valerie Lareda.
Yeah.
Yo, not for nothing. Another honorable mention: Ivy Nile.
Okay.
Ivy
Okay.
Nile. Keep an eye out on her.
Okay.
She's talented. She's
All right.
talented.
So NXT's doing big things with.
How
their
about
women's
Adriani?
Okay,
Santino Morella's
daughter.
daughter.
Yeah.
division? Yo, she started already, right?
Yeah, she had a black eye. And
Listen.
look, very soon, look for The Rock's daughter
Why is that
She's been killing it. Too.
about
She's
to.
been doing her
She's been
thing.
doing her live show.
Ava Rain.
Yes,
I saw her
yes.
in Orlando, downtown Orlando.
Hey,
shout out to
shout out to
downtown Orlando.
What happens in Orlando stays in Orlando.
Uh-huh.
Hey,
Yeah, my
Don't
man.
drink the water.
hey.
also not
Guys,
love it.
we're kind of running short on time. Why don't we just jump into the HPC of the week
Woo!
before we send them on their way?
I got a pop for you, bro. Look, I think that AEW's been burning this for a minute now, and we finally got it last week, but now we got it this week. And just to see Punk in the ring with Moxley,
Going at it.
going at it, I
Yep.
think was a big time
He got
pop, bro.
slapped in the face.
He got slapped in the face. We got a little scuffle. Then we got scuffle number 2 down the
Looks like his
line.
shirt popped too.
I'm happy to see it. That's a feud that didn't need a whole lot, and they brought a whole lot, right? Talking about
Them
CM
pipe
Punk's
bombs was
money
flying.
money problems,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Right.
and CM Punk actually waving around the fact that he's
Brings
there.
that
he
dollar.
brings the dollars.
Brings that dollar,
He
baby.
brings it. He brings
Yo,
it.
and he called them out for being the third guy again.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
Hit
like,
on
you were the
that.
third
Yes, he
guy
did.
over there, and it looks like you're the third guy again here.
Damn.
Fire.
like-
Shots fired. Shots
So I
fired.
want to see more of that because one
And then
thing that
Moxley hit him with the, you only came back because you were running out of funds.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it was.
Tu estás chido, brother.
That's
Moxley's
a
talking
hot
about
way
the
to
way
start.
that he leans on the mic when not in
Right.
the ring. You know what I mean? So, bro, either way, I'm more hyped.
Yeah.
And while we were watching it, I forgot which one of y'all was like, "Oh, I don't know. This is
The
yo,
second time they came out, yeah, I wasn't. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like,
How often do we see a reoccurring like
I think you
pull
said it.
apart.
Taker and Brock.
Taker and
Taker
Brock,
and Brock.
right?
Yeah.
That I could, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I could
But-
remember.
Right.
I mean,
But to
yeah,
piggyback off of that pop,
don't piggyback.
I think AEW as a whole, it was
What?
a good show.
It's a what?
As a whole,
Oh, I didn't hear the L and the E at the end of that. Wow.
we were hooked. Usually, folks, just so you know, we're watching the show, doing production, we're getting ready for the show,
Body part.
and they had us hooked today. They had us hooked. Something.
MMA
Como
It
dijo-
was, it was a poisonous entertainment that we just had to latch onto.
Have to indulge, baby.
But another pop for me definitely has to be Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens in the middle of the ring.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that was good.
The
Spitting
return
hot
of
fire.
Prize fighter.
Spitting
yeah.
hot fire. I mean, I this is what we want to see. We want the talent to have that flexibility, that ability to make mistakes. You know what I mean? Shooters shoot, bro. Shooters shoot.
Pew pew, pew pew.
Don't send them to the line.
I got a pop and a chair shot for y'all.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Pop, but the pop, I mean, we already kind of talked about it, so it was just, it is what it is. Kenny Omega,
Okay.
right? Clear as day. Right?
All right,
That was
all
a
right.
big time pop. Yo, when he said North Carolina, everybody
No,
was
it's
hyped.
crack-a-lacky.
But
Ooh, I got another pop.
okay, bet. But what I saw online about an AEW group was really just a mess, man. It made me laugh, but it made me cringe, and I think maybe I laughed because it was just
I know
the
what you're
Dark
talking
Order
Ooh.
put out this video
about.
about.
Yo, but they just trying to, use their full talents and
He
potential.
said, "Look at her little dicks." Yo, come on, man. Like, what are we talking? Yo, yes, man. I swear to, you didn't see it.
I haven't seen this.
Yo, hold on. We're gonna retweet it. Yo,
We're in the
follow
whole
Check
Mark.
us out on Twitter. and you'll
Check
see
us out on
it.
Twitter and on IG.
Too sweet.
Here's a
Yo,
chance.
Jake Huntston. Yo, calm down, bro. We going overtime, baby. You ain't pay our bills. We out here.
Speaking of paying bills,
We all you 3
folks,
minutes.
Foco.com.
Woo!
They just dropped some new bobbleheads today. This week. I know all of you Jets fans are hurting right now. Zach Wilson's out for a couple weeks. Make sure to get yourself a bobblehead. Preseason start. NFL season's on the way. You can't have Zach Wilson on the field, but you can have him in your hand with a bobblehead, folks. Make sure.
No nice things have happened. Did you hear that?
10 AUG.
We think that's the code. We think that's the code.
HPC 108.
Now they got a lot
Loco.
of merch, so just saying.
Shot by
Before-
Foco.
School
Before,
starting up again soon,
before
folks.
we
Get your
send
face
them-
masks.
My condolences to the
Thank you,
shattered
JJ.
glass on Sasha Banks' window for my
Right,
chair
yo,
shot
what
of
the,
the
that was a
week.
chair
That
shot,
chair,
bro.
that's a chair shot. So that
Come on,
prick.
folks. You can't go to Oakland.
Don't go to Oakland.
What happened?
She got her car broken into.
Yo, 5 minutes. She
5
was
minutes in
5
Oakland,
minutes.
and she's already
5
robbed.
minutes into her stepping away from a vehicle.
No nice
Crazy.
things.
Got broken into.
Crazy,
No
crazy.
nice things is not a gimmick.
Nah, man, it's messed up.
And then she tweeted out with the middle finger, "Have fun with all that makeup."
That's right,
Right.
dummy.
Right.
And that's all the damn
Yeah,
time
you
we have for
idiot.
you, dummies. All of this and more, wherever you get your fix from, you get it from somewhere. SoundCloud, Spotify,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Your mom's
Play.
underwear drawer.
Aye.
Sometimes.
Apple
It's hefty.
Music,
Or the other
Your sister's ass.
SoundCloud.
And then the other one.
Podbean.
And then,
All I
Podbean.
know
That
is
was
MySpace.
You just said it.
Check us out, Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots on your favorite channel, YouTube and Twitch. HPC2Sweet on Twitter, HPC2Sweet _ on IG. And don't forget to rate and reviews and leave us 5 stars. 5 stars.